I did not know how much Steph was involved. What a powerhouse of a woman you have there, by the way. She's fantastic. But, I mean, I get the bittersweet thing. This has got to be okay. It's probably time. But bittersweet putting it behind you.
It is. And like the hockey world, is it the hockey world? The world in general, from a society perspective, has changed. And it's different now, right? Like the sport has changed. The expectations have changed. How we're raising our kids have changed. How people parent, myself included, has changed compared to, well, what's the comparison? 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30. Every cohort or age group within the sport of hockey, from like when you're tying up your kids, skates, through all the way up to junior hockey players, even to the NHL, there's a fundamental difference. And even we looked at that and we're like, it's time. For us, it was time.
Okay, so that's interesting. So you and I briefly talked about this before. Like you'd said, there's a big change with parents in sports these days, but
Huge.
I didn't understand that. This sounds like it might potentially be negative.
It's not
Like
negative.
enough to want to say like
it's eye-opening.
Okay.
Okay.
Is it an intensity?
It's, I mean, for sure.
Yeah.
Like we have parents that have kids that are 6 years old that are training 20 hours a week. They're specialized already into hockey. They don't play any other sports. It's all about hockey. They play winter hockey. They play spring hockey. They play summer hockey. And part of the problem is, and I understand, I'm compassionate to those people. If you don't train at that level, you do fall a step behind, or at least that's what your perception is. So what happens is you're just driving these kids to become machines. And yes, they're certainly more talented en masse than they were 30 years ago. The sport has completely changed. But as a result of that, we also, from a societal perspective, I mean, let's be honest with each other, we helicopter parent our kids more so than 30, 40 years ago. And I can point to examples. Like, this isn't just hyperbole. It's like, it's real. So I can just use my own examples. When I was in grade 2, I definitively, I don't know about you, I remember I rode my bike everywhere. I was out until the street lights came on. I had no phone, no connection, no pager, no cell phone, no connection to anything.
Same. Yeah.
Right? If my kid, I'm just talking about myself, forget about society. If my kid was outside right now in grade 2 riding his bike till the lights came on and meeting up with his friends at the green box on the street, I'm freaking out. I'm like, where's my kid?
I think, like, I got started as a parent early. Like, I was finished having kids at 28, which would have been 1999 is when I had Quinn. And I think I might be the tail end of the generation that didn't helicopter parent.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as my kids were in, I think it was grade 4 and 5, I was like, get the fuck out of here. You're going to walk yourself to school. Now, first couple times, did I trail them in the Suburban, like behind to make sure everything was fine?
Sure.
They had to cross Bloor Street and go all the way up Palmerston. But my ex wasn't so fond of it, but I just did it anyhow. I've never met anyone who recently has done that, where it's just like, get out of the house. Like, I gave them each a little mobile phone. This is back when it was just like a flip phone, like this bullshit little flip phone, in case I needed to grab them. But I was fine. Go to the park, hang out with the kids, like, do something stupid. That's like, I think more kids need to do something stupid, by the way. I'm old Gen X. So, but I didn't relate that down to like as a sport parent. That's like helicopter parenting plus the intensity of purpose driven into a single vertical sport.
Yeah.
Like, for the kid, how the fuck does a kid survive that?
Well, so for me, and scouts for that matter, there's little things that scouts will look for in terms of the next level of a player and who might be good to go to the next level, et cetera. And watching the parents is always a telltale sign, right? You're always, as a parent at AAA, you're always on camera, right? Whether you are on prime time, whether you like it or not. They're observing your behavior, right? Because your behavior certainly has a direct result in your player, right? Or your kid. But here's when I knew, or at least started suspecting, that we were in trouble in terms of societal parenting in sports. And it's very simple. I would go to hockey rinks when my son was at practice when he was 15 years old, right? And I would go into the other rinks where the little guys were practicing, and I would see every father standing in the stands watching the practice of their 7-year-old. From a
Wait,
mental
practice.
Oh
my God.
Not games.
Oh, Jesus.
They all stand at the top and watch practice.
Yeah,
Here's why.
hard pass on the practice.
Well, but here's why. From a mental conditioning perspective for your kid, why that has to stop. We need to stop this in our society. It gives the kid no independence. That's when the kid is actually trying their best, right, at practice with their teammates themselves to improve, to learn from their coaches, to learn, do this, do that, figure things out. And the parents are standing in the crowds, and a lot of them are making facial expressions at the kids. They're telling them harder, harder. They're telling them what to do. And all it's doing is taking away from the player, the athlete, the kid, the development of the infant or the toddler or whatever age they're at, is their own independence to figure things out.
Yep.
And they rely on their
100%
parents
agree.
for everything.
100%
And it's
agree.
embarrassing, number one. And we've gotten to that point as a society. I literally know parents right now that I'm like, why are you going to the kids' practice? And they're like, I have to. I got to be there. Why do you need to be there? Well, because he's going to fuck up. He's going to do something wrong. He's not going to try hard. That's exactly why they're at practice, is for the coach to get more out of them, the coach to identify that, for them to feel failure, to get cut, to be told, to be reprimanded, to get thrown off the ice. Doesn't mean it needs to be demonstrative for the kid. But what it does mean is, for the parents, you don't need to control every single aspect of your kid's development. And we're doing this as parents. We're doing this as agents for our kids, right? And until you actually get an agent for a kid, because really our job is to be the best advocate for the player, right? And all we're doing is just making these kids softer, number one.
100%.
Developmentally, they're not as refined as they should be, with less independence, less ability for the kid to exert themselves.
100% agree.
I got passionate there.
Oh, you did. It's great. But again, this is like when the kids, like, I grew up the same way as you. I grew up.
By the way, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah.
This hasn't stopped, by the way.
Oh,
This
I can't
is still
imagine it
existing
has.
in junior hockey when the kid's 20 years old. You're getting emails and calls from parents. It's like, excuse me, your son is 20. He's an adult. He can vote legally in our system. He can drink in Canada. You don't need to call me because you're upset that during practice that you were watching, he turned the wrong way and we should have told him that he did the wrong thing in the drill. It happens. That's when I knew we were.
That kid in that particular instance got to learn by error. Because, okay, did you turn the wrong way? If that shows up in a game, something bad's going to go down.
100%.
So shut the fuck up. Stop
We're doing this.
emailing me.
And it's now you play that forward. I'm a CEO of a business. I've had parents email me resumes on behalf of their children. This is happening in our world right now.
Now I know why you sold the team.
No, but it's not, and it's not just a Canada thing. It's happening in America. It's happening less so. I would say Western Europe, less so. Eastern Europe, forget it. Like, that's not you. I'm half Greek, half Macedonian.
Yeah,
and like the thought of my father sending an email to, I mean, even if he could figure it out, sending an email with my resume on my behalf, forget it. Right? This is happening in North America. I get emails, I would say it's not daily. I'd be lying if I said it was daily. Once a week, where a parent of a 16, 17, 18-year-old is sending the resume to the CEO of the company on behalf of their child, looking for an opportunity for the kid. It's real.
Look, I get wanting to help your kid find the best opportunity. We all want that. You all want your kid to do better than you, find the best opportunity. But part of that has to be teaching them how to go and find that opportunity themselves.
Yeah.
Holding their hand through it is like, at a certain point, doesn't help.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just sports too. It's also in school. I'll say this. Teachers have less capability right now to teach, imagine that, without parents intervening.
Yeah.
In the subject matter, the coursework, the delivery, how they spoke to the child, what the kid's coming home with in terms of how he or she, quote, feels. It's different now. And we've...
Oh my God, I can't believe you and I are landing in the same spot on this one too. Like, get the fuck out of the way of the teacher. Like, we've got a curriculum. We've got systems in place to make sure it's administered properly. Let them do their bloody job.
I agree.
Yeah.
We've conditioned ourselves as a society to be so soft.
Yeah.
And it's not that we need to be hard, and being hard doesn't necessarily mean you are a blunt object. No, it's hard in your principles, hard in your beliefs, hard in the ability to understand that you don't need to control every aspect of your child for them to be successful. the world has some ability to do and refine that. And I'm concerned, right, from a business perspective as a business leader. And this is less of me being old man yells at cloud, right? I feel like that way right now, right? Like honestly, like the next generation is so soft.
Every day I wake up and that's if I'm pacing at night, it's like, fuck, what? How many times today was I old man yelling at a cloud?
Yeah, but it's like, this is real. Like, and we all have, I'm self-admitting, I have my ability to do that. I'm self-admitting, I've done this too as a parent, right? And that's our job. To your point, we want to pave the way for success for our children. But like the level we're getting to with every cohort, and it's the only way I can frame it is like age group, it's getting worse and worse and worse and worse as the kids get younger and younger and younger, and the parents by cohort are getting younger and younger. We care so much these days about feelings and emotion, which I think is good. There's a good aspect to that. But when you swing the pendulum that far, what you have is workplaces that have also done the same. And your output, your ability to work as a team versus just individuals, right? Or drive to outcomes with passion and exuberance and grit, it's lessening.